Hi ho! Let's do that. What's up, buddies? What a gym. I'm joined by Jacob Martin, aka Not Grumpy. And we got Jason, aka Not Sleepy. And I'll take Not Dopey. Yeah. So how are you both doing?
Doing good.
Doing all right.
I'm looking forward to reviewing this movie. It's a 1937 classic, Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, which I haven't seen before until last week. Or was it? It was early this week.
Yeah, about time.
Yep. But I feel like I've seen it before though.
Okay.
Because I've seen it in theaters.
It's everywhere.
Yeah.
Like clips are displayed of the movie everywhere, especially if you watch some of those behind the scenes Disney stuff.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of the clips before. I remember it featuring in the film Gremlins.
Yeah.
That was when I first ever saw it.
Yeah, I actually did watch Gremlins the other day, and this was just after the fallout of the recent live action remake. Because the Gremlins were watching the animated film in the movie theater, and they were singing along to it. I thought to myself, if the Gremlins were watching that new film, it would have killed them immediately.
That should be a meme. I don't know. But yeah, it's crazy that this film is that old.
Yeah.
It's still a classic.
It came out back in 1937.
Right.
Yeah, before World War II.
It will be. Oh man, think about this. In 2 years from now, the movie will be 90 years old.
90 years old. Wow. Okay.
Wow.
God.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's one of the classic Disney films, which is why I had to choose it as part of discussing Disney. It's one that started it all.
Yeah. Yeah, it was the first major theatrical animated motion picture. Because before this movie, Walt Disney primarily did shorts. Mickey Mouse had those cartoons, and you had the Silly Symphonies. But Walt loved to experiment and to innovate, and he loved the fairy tale of Snow White, and he thought that was the perfect way to make an animated feature. Do you know one of the criticisms that people had when they balked at the idea of a full-length animated movie? Oh, all that color for 90 minutes is going to hurt your eyes.
Really?
That's what they thought. But yeah, Walt Disney proved the haters wrong.
He definitely did.
But yeah, we'll start off with the positives for this movie, and then what we think maybe isn't the best things about the movie, and then we'll give it a rating out of 10. I've also ranked the dwarfs as well.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
I wish you had told me that before we went live, or else I would have been prepared to rank the dwarfs.
It was just a last-minute inclusion.
I struggle to remember all their names.
I know, now I gotta remember their
Yeah, this is a very important as a significant animated movie, but it wasn't the first feature-length one. There was one called El Apostle from 1917. It was never released.
Oh.
So I think it got lost.
Well, that's very old.
About it, but...
Yeah.
I mean, that's silent film era, of course, and
yeah.
But I don't really count that as the first.
Yeah.
Theatrically released one.
No, yeah. I can't. What that would look like.
Yeah. To me, it's Snow White. Snow White's the first.
Yeah, I think the the entire animation industry owes a debt of gratitude to this movie because we wouldn't have any other Disney movie without this movie. We wouldn't have Pixar without this movie, or DreamWorks, or Studio Ghibli, or any of the other studios that are out there today making great animated movies. That wouldn't have been made possible without the success of this movie.
Yeah, it all started because of this. Yeah.
Yeah, Disney was the first one to put sound in his movies with what's it called? The Mickey Mouse.
Yeah, the Steamboat Willie.
Steamboat Willie
Yeah,
was the first
Steamboat
one
Willie.
to put sound in. Nobody had sound, and he put sound in there. And he was also the first one to put color into his shorts. So
Yeah,
he innovated everything when it came to animation, in my opinion. I mean,
I think the animation for this movie still holds up. It still looks really good.
oh, absolutely.
Later.
Yeah, this movie's almost 90 years old, and you can still see that there was just so much care put into designing the characters, the world of this movie, and it's still a beautiful movie to look at even all these years later.
What's her name? The Queen.
Yeah.
Her transformation into the witch is still creepy as heck.
Yeah, it's very creepy.
It's still a pretty well done scene, I think. Yeah.
It is. No, actually, my favorite moment of darkness in this movie is where Snow White runs into the forest originally, and she's scared by all the animals and stuff, and so she like sees all these like creepy images, like it's out of a horror movie.
Yeah.
And that scared the crap out of me as a kid when I saw that movie. I'm like, this is freaky. And now I'm watching it years later. I'm like, this is awesome. I love the visuals in this scene.
I'm trying to think whether great sort of moments that have fantastic animation in it. I suppose the part when the dwarves are singing "Hi Ho" and sort of walking back to their house.
Yeah.
That part looks really good.
I love the final image of the movie where after the prince kisses Snow White and she's revived by the true love's kiss, and he walks her back to the castle, and it's literally a castle sitting in the clouds. There's nothing as fantastical as a castle sitting in clouds. I just thought that was a beautiful, striking image to close out the movie.
Wasn't there a Snow White sequel?
Snow White sequel?
I think there might have been one, but it wasn't a Disney one.
I said Jacob's seen the sequel, so
well, they almost made a sequel to Snow White as a short, and there's like storyboards for it, but it never materialized because Walt Disney, unlike Disney today, who love cashing on like the sequels and the live action remakes. Walt Disney wasn't too big on sequels. He preferred innovating and doing different stories.
Yeah, so I wasn't sure whether there was one or not. I know there's sequels for other Disney princess movies.
When you get to the Renaissance era, every single movie has a sequel.
Yeah, and even then, Snow White was not like in the direct-to-video era. Snow White didn't get one. They almost did a prequel movie on the dwarves, but it didn't materialize either.
We talked about favorite sort of visuals in the movie, but do you have any like favorite lines, like quotes in the movie?
Yeah, I like to quote a lot of the Doc lines. Like I like the like little speech impediment he has, like it's late, the night's lit.
Yeah, he gets his words muddled up.
Yeah, that's very true.
Man, Grumpy has some funny lines too. Like I love the part where I think there's this one part where he's like, it's the part where the dwarves are washing their hands and Grumpy refuses to wash his hands, and Grumpy's like, well, soon you're gonna have your beards tied up in a pretty little bows and spray that stuff that they call perfume.
I've got a dot quote here.
Okay.
Search every cook and nanny. You went look and cranny.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got quite a few listed here. Anyway,
I love
Yeah.
Bashful. Anytime he cracks me up so much. Bashful, just do we have to wash where the sun don't shine or something like that? I forget, he says something like that, which that cracks me up so bad.
Yeah. I think my favorite of the dwarves is actually Grumpy. Believe it or not, like he's easily the funniest one.
Yeah.
Like he's a character you don't want to emulate because he clearly does not like Snow White at first and women in general, but his attitude is still really funny to watch on screen. And I think out of all the dwarves, he has the biggest growth because he likes her by the end of the story.
Yeah, he has the best character arc. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think he's got some of the best moments as well.
Yeah. Yeah. You get to the part where Snow White, quote unquote, dies, and like Grumpy's like has the biggest tears. I'm like, oh, not Grumpy.
Yeah, that was a great moment.
Do you have a favorite moment in the movie? I'm not sure if I have a favorite moment. Probably when I sing in Heiko.
I have a couple.
The whole Heiko moment.
Yeah.
Well, visually, probably when, like I said, Snow White running in the forest is a favorite of mine. I think as far as comedy goes, probably when the dwarves are washing their hands. That's a hilarious scene, especially when they just gang up on Grumpy. that scene still cracks me up.
Don't they kind of look at the water like they're like almost like scared of it or something? Like
Yeah,
like they're not sure what to do. Like they've never done it before.
Yeah. Because clearly they didn't have a mother in their life that told them to wash their hands.
Yeah.
I think my favorite part of the movie is just the dwarves in general.
Oh, I love the dwarves.
Movies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's funny. They're the best part of the animated film and the worst part of the remake.
Yeah. I tell you, when I was thinking about this today, my favorite moment might be the moment when she talks about, I don't know, she talks about, what happened to her, but she's talking to the dwarves about, I think, the prince or something like that, and the dwarves are like asking her questions, I think, if I remember right. And then it goes into singing the song "One Day My Prince Will Come," which to me, in my opinion, the best song in the movie. Is that when she sings that, and they're kind of like just listening, like real, and they're getting kind of, I think, maybe sad, or they're getting. And I think it's a great like bonding moment that she has with the dwarves. That is my biggest criticism of the live action remake, is that we don't get that kind of moment in the live action remake because there's no prince, so there's no "Someday My Prince Will Come," which to me I think is so stupid, because like to me that's a big part of the movie, is that there's a prince that is going to come save her and she's in love with and all that. Anyway, so I don't know, it's a really sweet moment, I think, when she's singing that song to the dwarves.
Yeah.
I do like the songs in general in this movie. I think Snow White singing "Someday My Prince Will Come" was like kind of like the early prototype of what Alan Menken and Howard Ashman would later say as like the "I Want" song for the Disney princess. Like, if we didn't have "Someday My Prince Will Come," we wouldn't have songs like "Part of Your World," for instance.
Yeah.
So I'd have a lot of utmost respect still for that song. High Hose and Earworm.
Mm-hmm.
Whistle While You Work is a classic as well. Actually, the song Nobody Talks About, that I'm a big fan of in this movie soundtrack. I actually like the beginning song where Snow White is singing at the well, and there's that echo. I'm wishing, I'm wishing, oh, the one I love. Then the prince comes up, and he sings his part. The one song I have, but one song. I'm like, I, I think it's a really good song. Nobody talks about it, and I think vocally the song works. I think it's a really good love song that complements the movie very well.
That's not in the live action either, is it?
Well, there's no Prince. Rachel Ziegler thought he was a stalker.
There's no Prince, but they're missing 2 good songs. Classic songs.
I think my favorite song is probably it's probably Hi-Ho.
Hi-Ho is a good one, yeah.
Moment,
It's just too catchy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was probably my favorite as well.
Yeah. But I found it quite interesting that they say it's home from work, and then they say it's off to work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I actually do have a Disney playlist on my Spotify, and I always found it a joy. If I was driving home from work and the song that popped on my playlist was Hi-Ho, I'm like, oh, this is relatable. That happened to me a couple of times.
Going to work. Yeah.
Going home from work. It's home from work we go.
Yeah.
We haven't really spoken about the Queen yet. Snow White's stepmother. What do you guys think?
Oh, played by the lovely Gal Gadot.
I'm not on about that one.
No, not that one. No, this queen is a lot more evil. She's a lot more sinister. I love her voice. She's very commanding. Like, you will take her into the woods and kill her. Like, you just feel the intensity in her voice. Like, she means business.
Sorry to interrupt. Do you want some apple?
It's not poisonous, is it?
Just have a little bit.
An apple?
It's not
Oh.
A little bit won't hurt.
I don't know if we're talking about Snow White. If she's offering an apple, then probably no. Oh, no, don't eat it, Adam. Don't die on us.
I got him. I got him.
I feel all right, actually. It's not kicked in yet.
You didn't get the bit you're supposed to get.
That's the.
Well, I'm not feeling good now.
That's the healthy. That's the healthy apple.
I think I'm gonna have to end this live stream now.
Yeah,
I'm done.
You need to get kissed by a princess now.
What, Amber?
Yeah.
Like the dog Amber.
I'm gonna have to call Snow White all the way from Disney World. Have her come down.
Disney World, yeah.
Oh, it didn't work. You're still alive.
I'm glad it didn't work.
Or you're in England. Are there any princesses in England?
Yeah.
Princess Catherine isn't around. But Princess Amber is.
Oh, Amber's coming now.
I think he needs the kiss. He needs the kiss of life.
Is there?
Are you going to give him the kiss of life?
No, you can't force it.
What's that?
Oh, the dog is saving him. His true love is the dog.
Oh, she can see something outside now. No,
Nearly got the kiss of life.
nearly.
Down there. Oh.
I forgot what we're talking about now. But I think one about the
Talking about the Queen.
About the Queen, yeah.
I guess a villain, a very villain. I think we're probably going to agree on.
Definitely one of the classic Disney villains.
She's really evil.
Very
she's
evil.
A horrible character.
Yeah. Wants to kill her own stepdaughter just because she's jealous of her beauty.
Yeah. Yeah, when she turns to that witch, like I said, that's a really great moment, and she even scares her like crow. That's like her.
Yeah, those vultures.
Vulture, is that it? Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, she has a pet crow, and then there's the vultures are the ones that
Okay.
kind of stalk her throughout as she's traveling around, and then she gets crushed by a boulder, and those vultures eat her.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but I find it quite interesting that the only time Snow White and the Queen actually meet in the film is when she's a witch.
that's true. They don't really have a face-to-face conversation in this movie,
That's
No.
right.
except when she's the witch.
But do you think Snow White is one of the better Disney princesses? Or is she one of your least favourites?
Well, I
I'll
don't.
say she's somewhere in the middle for me.
I would probably put her in the middle as well, because I think there's princesses that came after her that I like better personally, like Belle and Ariel, for instance. Rapunzel from Tangled
Yeah.
is another one I think's up there. But she's still really good. I like the virtue of kindness that she brings to the character, and I think I like more of the personality and virtues that she has. Primarily, I like the motherly. She becomes a motherly figure to the dwarves, and I do really like that about her character.
Yeah. I was actually expecting her to be in the film a bit more. I was surprised how much the dwarves were actually in the film. So I thought they were in the film more than
Then
she
again,
was.
they're in the movie's title.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Snow White and the Seven Dwarves. The Seven Dwarves are some of the primary characters in this story.
It should have been the Seven Dwarfs and Snow White. I feel like they appear in it more than she does.
Yeah,
Well, there's I don't know how long it is before we get to the dwarfs, but there's a period of time where the dwarfs don't, come in.
yeah.
Yeah, I think it's
On
like half an hour until they come in. 20 minutes at
Yeah,
least. Anyway.
probably about 20, 30 minutes
I
of
think
movie.
minutes of the movie, yeah, before they.
I think when they do come in, they start to feel more main than Snow White.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Yeah. I think in the earlier Disney movies, since making an animated movie was new, I think there was more of a push because when people saw cartoons, they first thought of the slapstick gags because that was prevalent in like the Mickey Mouse shorts and the Silly Symphonies. So I think in order to boost the morale, Disney encouraged the animators to put as much cartoon gags in there as possible to help encourage them. And so that's probably why you have a lot of extended stuff with the dwarves and even some of the background animals. There's some goofy gags with them, like when they're cleaning up the house, whistle while you work.
Right.
That's probably why. It's also similar, like in Cinderella. If you watch the animated Cinderella, there's times in that movie where it's like the mice have more screen time than Cinderella herself. That's kind of like in that same field.
Isn't it a bit like that in Sleeping Beauty? Doesn't the princess not only appear for like 10 minutes or something?
Yeah, Sleeping Beauty. In all honesty, the main characters in Sleeping Beauty are the fairies.
Yeah, I'm not seeing that one.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I think she divorced, if I remember right, and then
Yeah. In Sleeping Beauty, I mean, she sleeps for most of the movie because it's in the title.
right, and then
She
he
must be having a really good sleep.
yeah, kind of similarity to to Snow White, actually. Yeah,
Yeah,
Prince. Yeah,
and The Kiss of Life.
yeah. True Love's Kiss is
Real good.
staying
Yeah.
frozen.
There's only one more character we haven't talked about, and that's the Huntsman. It
Yeah.
only has about 2 minutes of screen time.
Yeah. Yeah, it makes you wonder what happened to the huntsman after the queen realized she'd been tricked.
Not good. Yeah.
So,
But yeah,
They made a whole movie called The Huntsman, I think. Snow White and the Huntsman.
yeah. What I think in that movie, the huntsman was played by Chris Hemsworth,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and
Was
Snow
that
White was
Kristen?
Kristen Stewart, fresh
Stewart.
off of Twilight,
Yeah.
and I thought she was a terrible Snow White. Like she was very emotionless the entire movie.
Yeah. Didn't
Uh,
really. Yeah.
to be honest, I actually prefer Rachel Ziegler's portrayal over Kristen Stewart. At least Rachel Ziegler had the singing chops.
Right. True.
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess that's a cool moment where the huntsman, has a change of heart, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, I quite like that moment.
Yeah, that was a good moment because he was told to kill her, and then he just couldn't do it, and so he just told her to hide, run away.
I've only got one more thing I want to touch upon for the positive side of things, and that's the score for the film. We've talked about the songs, but not the actual score for the film,
Yeah,
which I think is really good.
I mean, you can't have a good soundtrack if you don't have a good score. And the score in Snow White is really good. I think it taps into all the emotions. Like there's goofier sounding stuff in the score with the dwarves, and they tap into that. But then it also taps into the heavier emotions, especially near the end, where the dwarves think Snow White is dead, and then the prince travels and revives her. It's like a full spectrum of emotions, and the score really taps into that beautifully.
I think the final part of this movie, the music's really great in that bit. It's very satisfying ending as well.
Oh yeah, yeah. I do get a little teary eyed when you get to the end of the movie. Again, the prince singing that one song again before he kisses Snow White. The build up to that is so good. Like where he's singing the song and he's making his way, and then he kisses Snow White, and she's awake, and then everyone has that celebratory, happy dance. And I think there's a good chorus in the background that intensifies that and makes it a very satisfying ending.
But I like the part when she's saying bye to all the dwarves.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It makes me wonder if she was actually ever going to see them again, or whether it
yeah.
was just a temporary
Yeah.
goodbye.
Then she kissed like Grumpy on the forehead or something.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it was wasn't it Dopey?
Or was it Dopey? Yeah.
Might have been Dopey.
Yeah.
Yeah. Of course,
Oh.
Patrick blushes really bad, and yeah.
Doors.
Four doors. Yeah.
Gore.
Yeah.
I might as well share my ranking on the dwarfs now.
Okay.
So when number 7, Sneezy.
Yeah.
I think his jokes in the movie it didn't make me laugh that much, if I'm being honest.
Yeah.
But when number 6 is Sleepy,
Yeah.
I think it's all right. My number 5 is Happy. I just thought Happy was going to be in the film a bit more. I wouldn't have minded a bit more screen time with him. But when number 4 is Bashful, yeah, I really like him. And then the top 3 are the ones that get the most screen time.
Mm-hmm.
So when number 3 is Grumpy, when number 2 is Dopey. You need dwarf that can't speak.
Which the remake ruined, by the way.
Yeah.
Oh, he speaks in that, does he?
Yes.
Oh no.
Oh,
That's part of his character.
Yeah. It's not nearly as fun of a character.
uh,
My favorite dwarfs.
He looks like a little child in the live action.
I just did a review of the live action. That's the one thing I forgot to mention. That was the one part of the movie that infuriated me the most was Dopey.
Well, he doesn't look like the other dwarves. He looks just like a child or something. I don't know. It's weird the way they animated it.
But my favorite dwarf is Doc.
Yeah, Doc's funny.
He's kind of the
funny-
leader,
yeah,
isn't he?
he's the leader.
He has the most lines, it seems like. Or-
Yeah. I'm looking at the dwarf names.
Yeah.
I think I can
No,
rank I think I can do my ranking since I pulled up a list. I think my favorite's Grumpy. I think I said that earlier. I think after that I'm gonna go Doc, then Dopey, then I'll go Bashful at number 4, Sneezy at number 5, then Sleepy, and then Happy.
Happy.
There's not really too much with Happy. He's just happy.
Smiles a lot,
Like-
doesn't he?
Like he doesn't really do much story wise. He's just there. He's just happy all the time.
True.
I think he's a dwarf that doesn't do anything funny.
Yeah.
But I still like him a bit more than Sneezy and Sleepy. I think because he's just a happy dwarf.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm kind of with you on that. Like for me, number 1, I'd go with Dopey. To me, he's the funniest one of the group, and I love when he takes the diamonds and he like puts it in his eyes or something.
Oh yeah.
Like he's definitely like the physical comedy of the group, and I love physical comedy. So I think since I was a kid, I always loved Dopey. Number 2, I would go with Grumpy. Grumpy makes me laugh. Just how dour he is all the time. It's kind of funny. 3, I go with Bashful. I love Bashful. Just the way he he gets so
Oh gosh.
he gets so red and he gets so shy and I don't know. I kind of resemble him sometimes. Like I like that. Yeah, I go Doc with 4. Doc is definitely like the most talkative and kind of leader of the group. And then it's hard. The last 3, I agree. They're kind of the ones that don't get as much screen time. Happy, Sneezy, and Sleepy. I don't know what order to put those in, but yeah, they just one just sneezes all the time, one just falls asleep all the time. There's not much to him.
And one just smiles all the time.
Yeah, Happy. Yeah, he's just smiles. Maybe the least creative, one of the group as far as names and stuff. Doc, I don't know if he ever does anything in the. I remember live action remake I watched more recently. He tried. They take the one John or something to him, and because he's called Doc, so he's gonna help him. But then I think he says he's not really a doctor or something. I can't remember. But I don't remember in the animation if there's anything to his name. Doc, is he a doctor? Is he? It's just a name, right? Or
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's just a name. It's kind of like when Bugs Bunny goes up to you. It's like,
what's
"What's
up,
up,
Doc?"
Doc?"
Because live action, they almost made him sound like he's like a doctor, but then he's like, because he tries to help heal Jonathan, whatever, after he gets hit by arrow or something. I don't know. And so I'm always like, oh, is he a doctor? But then I think he says he's not really a doctor or something. So I'm like, okay, what's going on here? But anyways, that's a live action remake. I know we're not talking about that, but
Well, I might as well go through the negatives for this movie. So I've written the pacing for the movie. I feel it moves a bit too quickly in the first and third act.
okay.
The movie for me. I think maybe you could slow those parts down.
I think if I had a negative with the movie, I wish the Prince had a little bit more to do.
Yeah,
If they had that one good song, I think if he was integrated more into the story, I think the chemistry between the 2 characters would be stronger than what we got.
And Snow
I
White
read-
falls in love with him way too quickly.
Yeah, that is a problem with some of the earlier movies, as classic as they are. Because I think with this Cinderella and Sleeping Beauty, it was all love at first sight, and that's not realistic. I get it; it's a fairy tale, but still, it's like it doesn't make for great storytelling.
I was also I wanted more of the Huntsman, even though he's not really meant to do a lot in the movie.
Yeah.
I was just surprised we don't need it for that short amount of time.
I'm convinced the Queen killed him before she turned into a witch.
Yeah.
I would like to see a bit more of the Queen as well.
Yeah. Guess she's not do a whole lot until. Well, she has the mirror scene, right? And then.
Yeah.
She did it quite a lot towards the end of the film. She did it quite a bit.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. I guess it's mostly on the dwarves and Snow White for that middle part, probably, right?
Yeah.
They don't cut back as much. I used to, when I was a kid, I watched the Three Stooges and Snow White or something like that. Snow White and the Three Stooges. And and I used to love that as a kid. I was a big Three Stooges fan. But they actually do have like a torture scene of the huntsman in that movie where she's like got him like she got the huntsman like on this stretching thing trying to get information out of him. And I don't know if that's the only time they had a scene like that. So I always think of that movie of like, oh yeah, they like I think she tortures the huntsman and probably kills him. But then I'm like, oh, I guess they don't show that in the animation movie. But that's what I imagine happens to the huntsman.
Yeah, or like maybe more of those sort of scenes to explain more what's going on.
Bad idea. I don't know if they even do anything with the huntsman in the live action. Now I think about it,
Yeah, I don't remember.
they do.
I watched it not too long ago, and even then, I'm like, the movie was not that good that even I don't remember half the stuff in that movie.
Yeah, and even I know Gal Gadot has like a whole singing scene that I kind of was like, I didn't pay attention, but
Yeah,
so maybe I missed something in that. I want to say I don't know. You guys might disagree with me, but I wish the Queen had a better death scene. I wish either the dwarves or the prince would have killed her. You know, because we have the scene where she's being chased by the dwarves after the dwarves, which is kind of cool at first because dwarves find out what happened and they're like, all right, we're gonna kill this queen, this witch, and
she could run really fast.
Yeah, and she's scared and she's like looking back like, oh my god, like I'm being chased by these dwarves. And the way they're like chasing her, I kind of like that about the dwarves, that they're like they loved Snow White so much that they're like, yeah, we're gonna kill this person because they hurt this person that we love. And I love that they're brave and that they're rising up to the point, but they don't really kill her. She just like falls off a cliff, I think. And I don't know, maybe you disagree with me, but like I wish there's something more would have happened there.
Yeah.
Well, to be fair, she was about to crush the dwarf with a giant boulder.
Right.
And those dwarves were tiny. It's hard for them to like get out of the way when they're in that tight space. And what happened was when she was about to do that, like lightning strikes the cliff.
Yeah.
And that causes her to fall.
Right.
So, that's like you gotta, I guess, remember the full context. I think the death itself is pretty brutal because she falls off, the rock falls on her, and then those vultures that were eyeing her throughout the last part of the movie just swirl down. And I always think that the vultures eat her remains because that's what vultures do.
Yeah. I guess
to show a brutal
push her or something, push her off the cliff or something, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, I can see that. They would have done that if the Queen didn't try to crush him with that giant rock.
Yeah. Yeah, the prince doesn't
Since she got herself trapped up on top of the cliff.
Yeah, so to me that'd been better. And like I said, the prince didn't really have enough of a role, like you said.
Yeah.
And they could have fixed that in live action, but they didn't because they didn't have a prince.
Yeah. I think I read the prince was going to have a larger role, even in the animated film. I think he would have been imprisoned during the time the Queen was going to give so, and that would have made more sense why he wasn't there.
Yeah.
His struggle to escape, but I think it was cut, one, for pacing reasons, and two, I think they ran out of budget to animate that scene.
I think if you have a bit more budget, I wouldn't mind if they made the film like an extra 15 or 20 minutes. I feel like they could have done a bit more with it.
They could have, but they Walt Disney put a lot at stake when making the movie. Like he had to mortgage his own house in order to get the money that he needed to make the movie.
But I was actually surprised to see it was an hour and 20 minutes. I always thought it was under an hour.
Yeah, there's actually Disney movies that are even shorter than Snow White. Like if you go back and watch Dumbo, the animated film, that film's just an hour long.
Yeah, I think it's even shorter than that. If you don't include the credits.
Yeah.
But yeah, I haven't really got any of any negatives with it really. But if I were to give this film a rate, a score out of 10, I'd probably give it an 8 out of 10.
I think with me, like I have a lot of love for this movie, even though I poke fun of different aspects of it. They don't hurt what I really love about the movie, especially the classic fairy tale. It's done very well. Snow White, the Seven Dwarves, the love story, even though they could have fleshed out the prince and stuff. I still think the love story's there. Great songs, great animation, classic villain. Yeah, we wouldn't have the Disney studios or the animation industry without this movie. And I give the film
It's very important.
utmost respect because of that. I might have to give it a 10 out of 10. Not just because of the technical merits, but because I still love the movie to this day. It's in my top 20 favorite animated Disney movies.
Yeah, it's probably in my top 20. What about you, Jason?
Yeah, I give it more like a 7 out of 10 probably. It's because I give it I think I gave it like a 3 out of 5 stars on when I ranked all the Disney movies, and I think Snow White I think was like kind of in the middle of my ranking if I remember right, but it was like definitely in my positive rankings. Like I remember it might have been kind of towards the beginning of when I started doing more positive rankings on Disney movies. And it's one of those movies I don't go back to a whole lot. It's definitely got historically, it's a very good movie, importance movie historically, and there's some nostalgia there. I suppose I saw it when I was a kid, and I don't know, there's a lot of stuff that goes into it, but at the same time, I don't know. Maybe I'm more recent biased towards like the Renaissance when I was a kid watching. Like I review those movies a lot higher, and even the more recent movies like the Frozens and stuff.
Yeah, I grew up with that, with that period of Disney, the Renaissance era.
Yeah, so I don't know. I go back to those movies a lot more than I go back to Snow White. I even go back to Dumbo more than I go Snow White. I'm a big fan of Dumbo, but I would say Snow White. I think we did our rankings, me, Jacob, and Nick, and I think Snow White might have been like it was definitely my second favorite out of that era. Dumbo was my favorite, but I didn't really like a lot of the movies that era. Maybe just because it's so old and they haven't quite perfected how to make a really good anime movie yet. But I mean, it was a good start. It was a good to start out. I think it was the right movie to start the Disney. Like I said, I think it's better than Pinocchio or Bambi or whatever, so or Fantasia. So, like, I think it's a good one to start off with. The dwarves are very good. They're the highlight of the movie. Any scene that doesn't have the dwarves in, though, it slows the movie down to me. But anyways,
Yeah, I'm with you about that. The dwarves are definitely the best part.
yeah,
I think any scene that they're in, it's definitely the highlight. But sorry, Mel, I'm not planning on watching the remake though.
You're not missing much. I don't
no,
even think it's the worst remake Disney's done. I think there's other ones that are worse, but to me, it's just not good. I think I was more bored by it than anything else.
What film do you want Disney to remake? That they haven't done?
I've always felt like the Black Cauldron would make a good remake. Because that was the source. Because that was a series of books, and apparently in the animated film, Disney took like every book in that series and condensed it into one 80-minute movie, and that wasn't the best way to go. So I think if you did more of a, I guess, proper adaptation of the books and get like a prime director on it, I think you could do something really epic.
What was that?
Out of the Black
that
Cauldron.
Atlantis movie.
Atlantis,
The
I can
Los-
see it.
Los
I don't know
Angeles
if I
Empire.
would. I don't know if I want it, but I could see it. But my big one would be Black Cauldron.
I wouldn't mind Treasure Planet.
Treasure Planet's awesome. I love that movie.
I love that. I love that movie, but with me being so burnt out on the remakes, I don't know if I
Jake
want
is
to
like,
see. I don't know if I want it though. But I love that
Yeah,
animated movie.
I'm pretty bored of the
I would say
remakes.
I would say to me, if I was to green light 2 live action remakes of animated films, for me the 2 I would go for are the Black Cauldron and the Hunchback of Notre Dame would be my 2.
that's not a bad choice.
Yeah,
I think, and they have, because they've been doing a lot of the Renaissance has been really hot, because that's a popular era. They've done Little Mermaid, they've done Beauty and the Beast, they've done Aladdin, they've done Lion King,
King. They've done
They've
done Mulan.
they've done
Yeah,
Mulan.
Mulan.
That's right. So they haven't done Pocahontas, which I don't know. It seems like that's a hard one.
Isn't there a Tarzan one?
Yeah, I was thinking Notre Dame, Hunchback of Notre Dame, Hercules, Tarzan. Those are ones they haven't done yet. I don't know if they've talked about doing them. I wouldn't be surprised they would want to do those. Those seem like those would be ones they would want to do because those are popular in the Renaissance era. Pocahontas, I know there's maybe some. I don't know. I mean, maybe I'm wrong, but I feel like maybe there's some. They'd have to rewrite that script quite a bit, probably. I don't know.
The animated film was criticized for its historical inaccuracies.
Yeah. So I don't know how easy it is to do that one. One of my favorite movies, actually, it's more of a personal favorite, is The Sword and the Stone, because I had that on VHS as a kid, and I watched.
I'm open for Sword in the Stone, primarily because that wasn't one of the more popular Disney movies.
Yeah.
And maybe, considering it's not one of my favorites, maybe they could take the ideas of the animated film and make a better version of it.
I would be up for that. That's kind of almost a forgotten movie. I like Sword and Stone quite a bit, but
yeah, I forget about Sword in the Stone.
I've never watched it.
My theory on remakes is I think they should remake movies that have human characters in them, and not remake movies that have animated animals.
Yeah,
because they don't work well in CGI. I don't think well as Lion King and Little Mermaid really didn't do very well for me.
The one exception to that was the Jungle Book. I actually really liked the Jungle Book with because I thought they did a good job visualizing the animals, and plus you had a human character that was leading the story, and I think it worked there.
I think that's the next one I want to talk about. Actually, it's the Jungle Book remake.
Oh, the remake?
It's my favorite of Disney remakes. I actually like it more than the original film.
Yeah, I don't know which one I like better. There's some things I think the original did better, and other things the remake did better.
Oh, I'm looking actually. It was Moana. I want to do Moana next.
Moana. I actually just watched Moana recently. That's a great one.
Great movie. Like I said,
I rewatched it last year. I think it was last year. Yeah, it was. But I'll probably do it for this to discuss in Disney installment. Thank you guys for agreeing to do this. I enjoyed talking Snow White with you both.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you for having us on.
Yeah. I appreciate my mum leaving comments and give me that apple. I'm still at poison, which is good.
If you've been talking to us the past 50 minutes, then it's definitely not poisonous.
So, I think I'm in the clear.
In the clear.
Yeah. I appreciate anyone watching, leaving a like on this live stream and watching it in the other discussing Disney installments that you might not have seen. Until next time, peace out, hi ho, and ciao. Thanks for watching.